We're still here with Dr. Olunifesi Suraj, Associate Professor of Mass Communication at the University of Lagos and UNESCO consultant. We used to say publish and be damned. Can we say that anymore?
Well, to a certain extent. In academics, actually, it's publish or perish. But in the media ecosystem, publish and be damned. But actually, if we fear to publish, we'll be doing the nation a disservice. We'll be doing the community a disservice. And remember that we had the journalists at the emblem of trust. This time between the government and the people. People trust them. That's why they are called the fourth estate of the realm. If we don't perish because we want to be down, we are already shying away from our responsibilities. And then we are no longer going to be trusted. You know, something is about trusting now. The real question is that we'll still publish because freedom of expression. People are entitled to their opinion. And that's another thing we're talking about, MIL, Media Information Literacy. Then between opinion and fact. Everybody can express opinion, but there are facts. Now, and the truth about in social media, that's why I tell people, social media is about opinion. But journalists should be about facts.
Yeah. Where then do you draw the line between opinions and what might be termed incitement?
Incitement. Good. Well, it's tricky. But the truth is that we should disregard opinion and go for the facts. And I think that is where the mistake that legacy media is doing. I mean the conventional media is doing. They are competing with social media. You see, I know there's a convergence of technology helping both, but the breaking of news, Mr. Suri, is no longer in the purview of conventional media. It's in the purview of the social media. That's the truth, that's the reality, because it's live. What I expect the conventional media to do is to scale up their game. How? By going for the truth, by doing source verification. Anybody has anything to say, anybody can say anything in social media, is their opinion. And people, education again, should learn that don't take social media serious until the media, the conventional media as well, has make announcement on it. And that is where I feel the legacy media should start working. Honestly, social media is not a threat to the conventional media. It's an advantage to have more confidence. People are tired of what is going on social media. Like I told you, it's a post-truth era. You don't know what is true, they don't know what is false again. But if you can have media who come out from that mess and refocus their attention on the fundamental philosophy of journalism, which is what? Truth. And they begin to harness the truth. Just like you go to the sea of information, you are getting the fish. Begin to say what this is true, this is not true. We have read into social media after source verification, investigation for that, this is true. That trust will come back. People begin to look for, when they read something on social media, they go back to media to see what is truth and what is false. And that is where I feel the conventional media should come up to. So, facts and opinion is tricky. Opinion is anybody can have opinion. I can have opinion about Mr. Suri. Mr. Suri is a good man? I don't think so. He laughs too much on the television. He's so free with everybody. I don't like him. Some guys say, I love him because he does his job very well. It's an opinion. But the fact is that Mr. Suri is a professional. He does his job well. So you see, people can express opinion, but fact is validated opinion. Opinion that has been based to be true, to be well organized, not based on bias, on sentiment. You know, I could be expressing sentiment, but sentiment, we should be able to leave sentiment and leave bias and come to fact, which is very variable, irrespective of anybody. That is the difference. And I think that is what legacy journalism should be after now.
At the Abuja week,
Yes,
the voice of the youth resonated.
yeah,
And that's another angle. The target of the youth and some part of it, specifically women.
yes.
So let's begin with the youth first. Voice of youth.
Well
A
done.
strong voice in all of this, in promoting MIL?
Good. If you go back to Abaman's concert, I talk about the public sphere. One of the critics of that public sphere, which also are one of them, because I wrote a book, I wrote a journal letter, I call it Redefine the Public Sphere. Abaman's is too elitist, meaning that they have opinion leaders, those who are well read in society, the women voice, and another come with children voice and youth voice, and because they can't and they don't understand what we're talking about. So now we have come to a digital era, which shall give that inclusion. What MIL is saying, which we have seen in what we did, is that it's an inclusiveness. Yoruba has this proverb to say. They say, well, a child's hand might not reach the top of a roof. Because those they put kettle in top of a roof. But they also say that an adult's hand cannot enter into the kettle. So you need words. And they also say something, Yoruba say something, they say, where you want to wash hand properly, the right hand and the left hand have to wash each other very well. This is an inclusiveness, you see. So we need inclusiveness, and that is one of the strengths of digital platform. Now, MIL is saying that we don't need to leave anybody out. We need to bring the youth inside. And I'll tell you, every year we plan this program all over the whole world. When, because of lockdown, South Africa last time were not able to go, but we did it online. But I was in Sweden, I was in Sao Paulo, I was in Lithuania, I was in US, Oregon. We've been doing it like that. And what we do is that we now here mark a day for the youth. We want you to be participants. And that's what I was telling you, that let us start with them. Because they are the future. Once they learn this and they are part of it, in fact, most of the things in social media are driven by the youth. It's a medium. Some of us, but because of my own age a bit, I can still say I'm within that spectrum. But some people are digital immigrants. These people are digital natives. They are born into it. It's their medium. So by bringing them inside, we feel that if they learn those attitude skills and competencies, there's going to be something that's going to stay with them forever. And that is why we say, well, for us to address this issue properly, I cannot say it's an elder forum. We have to bring in this youth forum so that they will be part of it. And you can see the way they spoke. You can see the way they express themselves. You see, when you have a home where there is going to be a peaceful coexistence, the children must have a voice. When they have a voice, you learn to understand what they feel and how you can go about addressing their issues. And you see, I want to go back to what we've done so far in this country, where maybe I should mention it, the issue of NSAS. It was the youthful grievances. And because the youth have been complaining, but nobody's listening to them. And